Hey, what's up, my darlings? I hope you're doing well. In today's episode, I did something I never thought I'd have the confidence to do on stream or in a YouTube video. And that is strip mine. And I'd argue it went surprisingly well. If you like what you see here, be sure to consider liking the video, subscribing, as well as following me on Twitch. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Now let's get into the video. So I was talking to my mom earlier because I'm sure people who are in the Dream SMP fan base or just that category of Minecraft streamers are aware. Excuse me, move. Thank you. I'm sure y'all are aware that Phil's plushie comes out tomorrow. And I'm really excited for that, and I really want to get it. And I've ordered the Rambu plushie. I have that. It hasn't shipped yet. I don't have it physically yet, but I did order it, so I am expecting it. And then I'm also expecting the Technoblade Plushie. The more recent ones, not the older ones from the SMP Earth days, not those. The more recent ones. I'm just gonna strip mine. Fuck it. I had no plan for this stream. I went into this with no plan. This was a spur of the moment decision. This was a reckless decision with no planning, and now that I am on the spot, it is starting to backfire and the anxiety is brewing. Because I don't know what the hell to talk about. On that note, let's talk about something. So, I was talking to my mom about the plushies, and she couldn't remember quite what they looked like. And she's like, can you pull up a picture so I can see the Rambu plushie? And I was like, oh, sure. And she's like, yeah, it's the cow one, right? And I'm like, the what? She's like, it's a cow, right? And I'm like, no, Mom, he's not a cow. Rambu's not a cow. And she's like, well, it looks like a cow. I'm like, Mom, it's not a cow. She's like, it's black and white and has horns. It's a cow. And I'm like, it's not a cow, Mom. She's like, show your father. Show him the picture. I showed her, and she's like, yeah, it's a cow. Show your father. And I showed my dad, and he goes, yeah, it looks like a cow. And I'm like, it's not a cow, Mom. Maybe you think that because the other plushie I'm getting is a pig. And she's like, yeah, maybe that's it. And then I show her the Technoblade plushie, and she goes, that looks like a pig. And I go, yeah, because it is a pig. And then I showed her the new Phil plushies, which I think look great. I love the new, like the sitting plushies that they've started doing recently for content creators. I think they're so cute. I like the direction they're going with the plushies now. I really like it. But I showed Mom the Phil plushie because I was torn between which one. There goes that. I was torn between which plushie I wanted. I kind of wanted the Crow plushie, but I decided, nah, I want the Phil plushie instead. So I showed my mom, and she said, he looks like he's going to the beach with his dumb little bucket hat. I just thought that was hilarious. That's not the only U2's merch I own. Before this, the only U2's I have is also Technoblade merchandise. It's the bag of potatoes, the stuffed bag of potatoes. I ordered that back when those first came out. Though that is not the only U2's product in our house, because my mom actually bought the U2's of Tucker. And for those who don't know who Tucker is a internet influencer dog. So on Instagram, Tucker is a golden retriever. And he's very cute and very derpy. And we love him because we have a golden retriever named Willow. So we're all for the golden retriever cuteness. So we all love Tucker, but my mom is just like the biggest Tucker fangirl. So when she discovered, like, she heard through Tucker's Instagram about the figurine of Tucker, she bought it. So my mom My mom has her own U2s in her office. Just sitting on the shelf in her and my dad's office, there is a U2s of a golden retriever, which is really cute. But yeah, I ordered the potato bag U2s from Technoblade several months back, and just for the hell of it, I kept as little context as possible while I was waiting for it to ship. I just told my parents I ordered a bag of potatoes, and that is all I said. They were just like, "You ordered a bag of potatoes?" And I was like, "Yeah, just a bag of potatoes." And they're like, "For eating purposes?" And I was like, "No, to throw at people. They're potatoes to throw at people." And I just kept that going for a while. That was just a bit that I did for the longest time. I was just like, "I'm ordering potatoes. My potatoes should be here soon." They were like, "Okay, your potatoes?" So yeah, that was a random little bit I decided to do. I try to be funny. I want to be funny, and people tell me I'm funny, but I've noticed that I'm only funny when I'm not trying to be. When I try to be funny, I'm not funny, not even a little. But when I'm not trying, apparently I'm hilarious. And that is why my streams suck. Self-deprecation humor for the win. I'm wanting to get my hair cut pretty soon. Both my mom and I want to get our hair cut because our hair is just a mess. Well, mine's not a mess. Mine's fine. It looks fine. But my mom's hair is really thin, and it's really bugging her. She's getting super annoyed with it, so she wants to get her hair cut because of that and get it dyed again because she hasn't dyed it in a year. And my mom, my whole life, my mom has had dyed hair. Like, I am 22 years old, and not until this past year, before this year, I had never seen my mom with her natural hair color, except in old pictures from before I was born. Well, not even before I was born, but when I was a baby too. She still had her natural hair color when I was a baby. But then, like, when I was still really, really little and in that baby stage, kinda, that's when she started dyeing her hair blonde. And because of that, she had her hair blonde. She was blonde from the earliest memories of my childhood. And if I recall correctly, the first developed memory that I have, my earliest memory of all, was when I was 4. That's my oldest memory, when I was 4 years old. And she had blonde hair. In fact, and because she had blonde hair for so long, when I was young, I actually thought she was a natural blonde. My mom started dyeing her hair different colors when I got older, like, while I was in high school, my mom started dyeing her hair different colors. She started dyeing it this bright reddish purple, and it looked gorgeous on her. And now I can't even fathom my mother with blonde hair. Because looking at it now, on my shelf, there's a shelf right next to my desk, and there's an old photo, a really old photo of my parents on it. And it's just, the looks they had were not good. The haircuts my parents had back then were not good. Like, I'm now realizing that my mom's blonde hair just really washed out her face, and my dad was bald. And it's just, just now compared to what their hair looks like now, it just wasn't a good look on them. So my mom had her hair dyed this reddish purple color for a while, and it looked really pretty. And then over quarantine, she just didn't get her hair dyed anymore, so it's almost completely brown again. And it's funny, because as a kid, I wanted her to let her hair grow back so I could see what it looked like, its natural color, and now I have. So the little kid in me can now be satisfied with having seen her natural hair. Meanwhile, I'm wanting to get my hair done because I really like having my hair short now. Which is funny, because as a kid, I never wanted I never wanted short hair. Like, as a kid, I was so determined to never cut my hair. I was like, my hair is gonna be down to my ankles till the day I die. And now it's, like, at the base of my neck. Child me would be traumatized if she saw me. And be more traumatized when she finds out I want to cut it even shorter. Because we're at the stage where my hair is at a length where I can't really tie it back without the front pieces, the front most inconvenient pieces of my hair falling out of the hair tie, no matter how I tie it. The only way I can fix my hair to stay out of my face right now is in pigtails. So, to keep my hair out of my face, I have to wear 2 little pigtails, which I got going on right now. So, that's bugging me, and I want it short again. That's not the only... Speaking of appearance things, that's not the only thing my mom and I need to do. We also need to get glasses. Because my mom needs a new prescription, and I have been missing my glasses for over a year. Actually, Christmas Day this year will be the 1-year anniversary of when I lost my glasses. Somehow, on Christmas Day last year, I lost my glasses, and I have not seen them since. But I mean, it's not a big deal. The prescription was starting to not work anyway. But now, for the past year, instead of being able to kinda see with my glasses, I just can't see at all. Like, I straight up cannot see more than maybe 3 feet in front of me. That's how bad it is. Oh. No. No. I say no. You don't need to come up. You're not going to, so you're just gonna piss off, okay, buddy? Bye-bye. Oh, shit. Okay, we're just gonna take all this and be very, very, very careful that I don't fall like a fool. Fuck. Up, 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 up. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Okay, that was a close call. There went my last stone pickaxe. So I actually want to just go ahead and, with my iron pickaxe, collect all of this stuff. There we go. I don't want to waste. Fuck! I grabbed the wrong thing. I didn't want to waste the bucket of lava. I meant to grab the coal from my inventory. Let's sleep. One game I really want to play, and I'm determined to play when it comes out. I don't know when it's gonna come out. It might not come out for another year. But it's a little horror game, a little indie horror game that's been going around recently. I don't know if you heard of. It's a little game called Choo Choo Charles. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the game. It's a bit of an indie game, but it's an open world game. And I'm really looking forward to it because I'm a huge fan of the developer, 2-Star Gaming. I'm a huge fan of their work. So, for those who don't know the premise for Choo Choo Charles, it sounds ridiculous, and trust me, it is, but in a good way. Basically, the premise of Choo Choo Charles, it's a horror game, it's an open world horror game. And the way it works is you are on an island, and on this island is a sentient train with sharp teeth and spider legs. And your goal is to travel the island, team up with the residents, do chores and tasks for them, upgrade your own train, and then kill the nightmare clusterfuck abomination that is Choo Choo Charles. I am not kidding. This thing is a bomb. It's an abomination, this thing. But in the best way possible. It is a fucking train with teeth and spider legs. It is the greatest thing ever. Which you would not expect me to say because I am an arachnophobe. But this thing is so fucking insane and absurd, but I love it. I don't know when the game's coming out. I'm subscribed to the developer on YouTube, 2-Star Gaming, if you're interested, and I highly recommend you check out his work. He's made some really cool indie games. I think he actually did a full release of one of his other horror indie games called My Beautiful Paper Smile, which has a gorgeous art style. It's a 2D game that has that Paper Mario kind of aesthetic, like what's that other horror game? It's the one with the really gruesome death scenes in it. I think it's called Neverending Nightmares, if I remember correctly. Markiplier did a playthrough on it years ago. But it's like that. It has that kind of style to it, with the black and white sketch looking style. And I love that style of game. I think it's just really cool. In fact, I love My Beautiful Paper Smile so much. I don't know if I own all the chapters. I think I have the first 2. Like, when he released them. I don't remember if he released 2 or 3 chapters at once. I don't remember. I got those. And, I actually, I took some craft foam that I have from my cosplay materials. And one time while I was really, really bored, more towards the early side of quarantine, I made a replica of the mask the main character wears in the game. And it was really cool, and it came out surprisingly well. I was impressed with myself. It looked like it was straight out of the game. And I was really proud of myself because when it comes to trying to draw in other art styles besides my own, it usually ends in failure. I've only had a few successes with drawing in other art styles. And the only successes I've had were that mask from My Beautiful Paper Smile, and actually for one of my art classes in college, like a semester or 2 ago. I don't remember what semester it was, but one of the drawings that I did in my sketchbook, because we had to have a required amount of sketches in our sketchbook for a grade, and I drew one of my original characters in Junji Ito style. And for those who don't know who Junji Ito is, he's basically a really, really big name when it comes to horror manga. His work is amazing, and I'd highly recommend it. But it's not for the faint of heart. Holy fuck, it is not for the faint of heart. But I drew one of my characters in his art style, and it looked fantastic. I was so proud of myself when I drew it. It looked so freaking cool. But actually, I discovered Junji Ito when I went to an anime convention, maybe a year or 2. I'm gonna say 2 years ago, because I skipped conventions last year. So yeah, I'm gonna say 2 years ago. That's where I first heard of Junji Ito, and I forget what the panel was. I don't remember if it was a horror panel, a manga panel. I don't remember. It was one or the other. But we were talking and Junji Ito got brought up, and I was like, I've never heard of this guy. And they were just like, look it up if you're interested, but be prepared. And I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. So I googled Junji Ito, and the first picture I saw was a drawing of a cat with a bunch of spider legs and eyeballs coming out of its mouth. And out loud, I disrupted the panel and said, oh my god! And then the people running the panel just looked at me and laughed and said, yeah, that's what his work looks like. And I was just like, holy shit! So yeah, that was fun. I miss going to conventions. I haven't gone to conventions in over a year. And it's so much fun. But, I started going to conventions and I started cosplaying when I was 14. and I went every year. There was one year where I went with a friend from high school. That was fun. And I met lots of really, really cool people, and I've got tons of fun, wacky stories from conventions. And I really miss going to conventions. I will admit, I was starting to feel some burnout from conventions, so it was kind of a blessing in disguise that I couldn't go to conventions last year, because I clearly needed to just step away from it for a bit. But now that it's been a year since I've gone, I'm really starting to miss it again. I'm missing going to conventions and being in cosplay, and I'm just out of the groove, and I'm not used to cosplaying anymore. What all do I have? Okay, I have a fair amount of stuff. I think I'm gonna go and smelt this stuff, put all this stuff away. Okay, this time I'm gonna say screw it and use the lava. Okay. I'm just gonna throw all this in here. Oh no, I'm running out of chest space again. Fuck. I'm out of chest space again. I gotta do something about all this. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh! I didn't even realize I had these. Okay, sweet. Alright! And that's the end of today's episode. Seriously, guys, thank you for sticking around this long. We're almost to 10 episodes now. Well, if you don't include the Halloween special, that is. Anyway, I really am grateful for the support. Hopefully, as I keep making videos, I'll get more confident. Well, I'll see you next time. Take care, darlings.